everyone, this is Leanna from Love Learning STEM. Today I'm going to be bringing you my favorite ways of engaging students in Google Meet. So that's how my school district meets our students. We use Google Meet instead of Zoom. And so today I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips. Make sure you like this video and go ahead and comment down below whether you use Google Meet or Zoom. And I'd also love to know if you use any other types of strategies. Okay, so let's get started. The very first thing that I do is I do a check-in every single day. I have so many students, and so as a K-6 STEM teacher, I make sure that I check in with my students in a way that I can easily get results. So I use polls. I simply put in the poll. I have a slide that says, what's your check-in number? And the kids have been doing this for a couple of years now, so they know the drill. From year to year, all the teachers do it. So I simply ask them, what's the check-in number? And it's 10987, so they get to vote, and next to each one they know exactly what it relates to. So 10 is excellent, 1 is completely not feeling well, depressed, 5 is okay. And I let my students know that they need to do the poll, and they also can include in the chat how they're feeling or why they feel a certain way. We used to do this in the classroom, like, you know, whatever stick I had, we would pass it around, the one person would talk, but in a virtual setting, this was the best way I can get it, and I can see the results. So that's how I get my students checked in. I also get them more engaged when they know a little bit about me, so I check in at the same time. I don't vote in the poll, but I just simply share my answer. And my students always know that if they don't want to put it in the chat, they can simply unmute their microphone and share out loud. I do have older students, and a lot of those students would rather put it in the chat, so there goes that. Okay, so the next thing I do is I use the chat. The kids are constantly typing in there. I never understood why teachers wanted to turn off the chat, because my kids' cameras are off. I don't usually see anybody, maybe a couple here or there, but I like to get my students in the chat talking. So I will, every 2-3 minutes, I will say, share what you think the answer is to this. A rate on a 1 to 5, whatever the question is, true or false. Do you feel like this is true or false? The kids would type in there. So I would have them respond in there. And another way I can do those same questions is in the polls. But the only thing with the polls, if I want to see the results, and if I'm like maybe taking some type of formative assessment, doing the polls is awesome because I get an email at the end of the class period on who responded with what, and I can kind of tell, well, who got it right and who didn't. But if I'm simply trying to get engagement and kids awake and doing the activities, I will ask them to put it in the chat because it takes less time. I can verbally say it, my slide can share it, and they can just type it out. So that's one way. Okay, another way I get my students engaged in Google Meet are breakout rooms. Breakout rooms, the kids want to talk, they want to engage themselves, and so I've taught my students that they will be in breakout rooms with 4 to 5 other students, and they have different jobs. One person will be the presenter, one person will read, and then there will be the inspector, so make sure their group is doing great. At the end, the students rate their breakout room experience. So I have a poll at the end of breakout rooms, and it's 1 through 5, rate your breakout room experience, and it's 5, everyone participated, we got the work done. 4, some participated, we got most of the work done. 3, a few or no one I think a few participated. 1, everyone did it on their own. And 0, kids were being disrespectful. I don't ever want to see zeros, which I don't, but I also saw a lot of 1s, 2s, 3s in the very beginning. The very first few times we did breakout rooms, kids just didn't know how to interact in there. They just wanted to do their work on their own. Even though they wanted to collaborate and wanted to talk to their peers, they didn't know how in a virtual setting. So I had to explicitly teach this over and over again. I had to pump them up and let them know that we're working on collaboration, cooperation, and effort. Those were the 3 skills I wanted them to really hit home with. And so I would give them these pep talks and say, kids, you can do it. I want you to be, when I go into the rooms, I want to be able to hear someone sharing, and I want to see someone presenting. So it got so good, and I was so proud of my kids. So that's one way, and now they ask for it all the time. Okay, what's next? Okay, another thing we do is Kahoot. Kahoot has always been so fun in the classroom, and it's still fun during distance learning. The kids love to play games with the content. They love to do fun Friday, just fun games on Kahoot, and we do it every so often because, you know, it can be a time suck, and I hate wasting time. And sometimes I can notice a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, the kids are focusing on what username, and so I have to nip that in the bud. But Kahoot has been so much fun. Okay, here is my next one. We use Jamboards as class notes. If I'm sharing a video, let's say it's the rock cycle video, or yeah, whatever it is, and I open up a Jamboard, everyone has access to edit. Of course, I had to teach them how to use it, how to not touch anybody else's work, where can they find the sticky note, how can they upload a picture, all of that. I taught them how to do that. Do let me know if you've ever used Jamboard, and let me know in the comment section if you want an example or some type of demo of Jamboard. It's so much fun. And so what I do is I have the different pages for different topics. And let's say we're doing igneous rocks, let's do igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, and each topic has its own page. And what I tell my students is what they need to do is they need to take 2 notes during this video, and their note needs to be a sticky note. They can choose the color, it doesn't matter, but they need to write their name with that note, and they can write their note on any topic. They can write 2 on the same topic or 1 spread out, but I need to see 2 notes from every kid. And it's really cool what you end up with, all these different sticky notes on the different topics, and that shows me a lot of which topic did the students learn more about. And I noticed that from that point, what I can focus more on. So I just did one recently, and I noticed that the kids learned more about volcanic eruptions than they did about floods during the catastrophic unit. So I will definitely be reviewing those during my next lessons. Okay, so that's about it for today. Don't forget to grab your freebie down below. It is 50 free science writing picture prompts for upper grade elementary. It is in Google Slides. You can use it in your 3 to 6th grade classrooms and enjoy. Let me know what you think or if you want to see a different video. Bye everyone.